Verse. Boom, ask questions later, shoot first. Let me go, I don't know what's worse, leaving in a body bag or leaving in a hearse. But maybe that depends, so I'm not afraid to die, that's why I'm burning at both ends. Fuck fake ass friends, my story's just beginning, this is where yours ends. It's my life to live, my choice to give, my blood, my sweat, my tears to win. I won't stop till I get what I want, and I want everything that's a whole fucking lot. It's the American dream, and I'm chasing it. Come tomorrow, here today, I won't swallow the pain away. Don't break from my sins, I still got hell to pay. It's too late. Come tomorrow, here today, I'll never listen to what you say. Don't break from my sins, I got no soul to take. Gone tomorrow, here today. Yeah. Gone tomorrow, here today. Bitch, you'll never be rich, don't ever say it. Take the bullshit, find another place to play it. I'll be shining bright long after you faded. You feed your motherfucking X-rated. My roofie's lit, I'm spitting sick as shit. I won't stop to regret the things I did. You can love it or hate it, you'll never recreate it. It's too bad, so sad you almost made it. It's my life to live, my choice to give, my blood, my sweat, my tears to win. I won't stop till I get what I want, and I want everything that's a whole fucking lot. It's the American dream, and I'm chasing it. Come tomorrow, here today, I won't swallow the pain away. Don't break from my sins, I still got hell to pay. It's too late. Come tomorrow, here today, I'll never listen to what you say. Don't break from my sins, I got no soul to take. Gone tomorrow, here today. Swallow the pain away. Don't break from my sins, I still got hell to pay. It's too late. Come tomorrow, here today, I won't swallow the pain away. Don't break from my sins, I still got hell to pay. It's too late. Come tomorrow, here today, I'll never listen to what you say. Don't break from my sins, I got no soul to take. Gone tomorrow, here today. Gone tomorrow, here today. Gone tomorrow, here today. Gone tomorrow, here today. Gone tomorrow, here today.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Squared Circle Society. Hopefully, you're all pumped up after that awesome UEW intro and that sick fucking pile driver by Kruger. I am Flesh Wound Dan, joined by producer Todd.
Good evening.
And Mike Kruger.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
There you go. First pile driver to Jungle Boy.
Yeah.
It would have been ironic if it was on glass, too.
It wasn't Jungle Boy in that video, though, just to be clear. That was Max X. But
yes, that was Max X. And those were tampons being thrown at Max X in the ring.
Yes.
I believe technically those are maxi pads, sir.
Okay, maxi pads, yes. I missed the maxi pad chance in the UEW arena. I really do.
But yeah, UEW now streaming on XPW or streamxpw.com. So make sure you go check out the first episode and like it said on the graphic, weekly episodes. So
Yeah.
be a fun trip down memory lane. I need to watch the first episode.
I'm thinking we need to do something with that. I'm thinking maybe
a watch along. Yeah.
I think we need to give some behind the scenes on some of this stuff because that'll be a cool take. So
yeah, I'm down.
We'll figure that out. We can get some guests in there. Get Danielle or Caesar. Oh, Lord.
And if you're unfamiliar with UEW, you get some early Jack Perry stuff, most of his early matches. You get a lot from this gentleman down here.
Sure. Two different gimmicks, too.
Oh, you're killing the kayfabe already.
Well, I mean, you could tell it was me, bro.
Yeah, I know now because people know you're Mike. Yeah, I get you.
There's no there's no hiding. At least my cage match profile, it doesn't say Casey Albright is one of my other personas. So,
well, now someone's gonna fix
it. Yeah, right. I went on Cage Match the other day just because somebody was talking about it in the forums. I'm like, how the fuck they only got like 43 of my matches down? Like, what the fuck? Like, I guess everybody takes Cage Match for like the way to see, like, look up wrestlers' old matches, and that's like the definitive history. But it's just like Wikipedia. Anybody can go in there and edit shit. Yeah, I'm like almost tempted to go back and like add shit too. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to do that.
It's missing a whole Hellbound too. Like,
yeah,
one of the one of the ones you were in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was 2016.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. 15 or 16, one of those.
Yeah, it's the one where I wrestled in Saniac in the body bag match. No. Speaking of which, after the show tonight, if you are a Patreon subscriber, we will be watching over. Are we going to watch multiple matches or just mine? What do you want to
do? We'll see how my back does. We're going to start with the one. Yeah, at least one match.
We're going to watch back at least one of my matches on one of my old UEW matches back on our Patreon. So patreon.com/fleshwound feature starts at just $1. Make sure to go check that out.
Yes. There we go. For only $1, you can see Kruger make people suffer horribly in the ring.
I believe the match that we're going to be watching is the debut of the glove.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think
was that match advertised or did no,
it wasn't advertised. I was thrown in last minute. Like I was for my other UEW title match.
Because wasn't it supposed to be Biggie and Fern?
It was supposed to be Fern and BC, and then I got thrown into the match.
For Sinful Things.
Yes.
All right. Well, from the graphics I had this.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe Biggie didn't.
But this is before I was making the graphics too. So,
yeah.
One of my favorite moments at one of the UEWs I was at was I think it was Chasen suggesting he could drink more than BC, and just the look that BC gave him. Was so funny.
You ain't winning that battle, brother.
You know what? It would be a good watch to see that one, though. I'm telling you, Chase Nato chump. So,
but you don't challenge. You don't challenge a guy named the Body Count Killer to a drinking contest. So,
no, I'm pretty sure Gil's shoot middle name is Budweiser.
Yeah, that's when the BC changes and it's beer chugging killer.
Yeah, right.
There you go. There's a segment one day. Yeah, that and trying to get the body bag that we couldn't find anywhere. Remember for this Sage Max.
Save the behind the scenes for when we do the other gimmick, Dan. Come on.
I'm ahead of myself. All right. So, anyways, we are here tonight to talk Dark Side of the Ring. Back-to-back episodes since we had a very busy week with our Oscars coverage. So you get 2 tonight, and we'll kick it off with Dark Side of the Ring, the Ballad of Earthquake. The man known also as John Tenta, Shark, Golga, man of several gimmicks. But
God, I hate Golga so much.
Was it Avalanche? What was the one he had to stop using?
Avalanche, yeah.
Avalanche.
Yeah, too fucking close. So you know, obviously I'm very familiar with his career. He had the feud with Hogan, which everybody remembers, and the infamous feud with Jake Roberts, where he kills the Snake, which was huge.
Watching that back, I'm like, I totally forgot. Like, yeah, they could not get away with this now.
Yeah, no fucking way in hell. The cool thing actually about that is I had never seen the uncensored version. I was too young to fucking watch it live on TV, and every version that I had seen up until getting to see it uncut now was always censored. So I thought it was cool to actually see him squash the Snake in this.
Oh, there you go. There's a bonus.
Yeah.
They sold that perfect. I mean, there were kids crying.
Well, and you know, Jake just being the fucking mind that he is, like, you know, they wanted to do it without him looking. Like, Jesus Christ, you would have that wouldn't have nearly got over. And the best part about that is the promo after with the burgers. That shit is just fucking gold.
Yeah, I gotta eat.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, Earthquake, such an interesting career that guy had before even stepping into pro wrestling. You know, being a collegiate wrestler, you know, doing great in high school wrestling in college, and then kind of realizing I'm a big dude. I'm sure he probably did some Greco and stuff and was probably like, damn, I can get people out of the circle really easy. So he decided to take his knock at sumo wrestling and was surprisingly a fucking beast at it. But with the politics of being, you know, a white boy in a sumo fucking dojo, he ends up leaving it and going to pro wrestling, where I think he really found his stride. But just the fact that he fucking had such a like successful sumo career as a foreigner, and they get it over really well in this episode. But like, I've known that story for a long time, because most people just look at Earthquake as, you know, just one of the big fat guys in WWE that was in the 80s. But dude was a fucking shoot and a legit badass. And I always thought that it's funny. Like, he looks like one of the nicest guys in the ring, but if he really wanted to fuck somebody up, he could have. And I kind of wish he would have beat the shit out of that sumo guy, because that guy fucking had it coming. When he went for his eyes, bro, that would have been it. I would have fucking grabbed his dick and tried to rip it off by fucking hooking his eye with my thumb. Like, that would have been. He's a better man than I am.
Yeah, that I remember. When I first saw that clip, I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He didn't do anything to you. It's sorry you didn't get over, dude.
Yeah, him just, well, he got jealous because, you know, it was a fucking a white boy fucking in Japan that used to be a sumo guy getting way more over than he was and you know, it's just, again, shitty sumo politics. And it's unfortunate that, you know, John Tenta leaves the fucking the sumo world, and then that motherfucker follows him into it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that clip is infamous, and I wish that he really shot back on him hard. I mean, I know he kicked him, and
yeah,
you could tell he was rethinking going after.
Oh yeah, after that kick, he was like, "Oh, let me powder." But yeah, and it is pretty sad though, like to hear the way, you know, he went out, especially just. You hear it with so many older wrestlers, you know, when the heyday years are over and they have to go back to that, you know, 9 to fucking 5, they just kind of fall apart. And that's what it sounds like for him. Like, he was really trying to help his fucking family and drowning, trying to get his head above water, and fucking, you know, worked himself basically to death, not taking care of himself and forming that bladder tumor. And it's crazy. He died at 43. I mean, so fucking young too. But the one thing I love about this episode is there wasn't a bad thing said about this man at all.
No.
He was a fucking great man, great father, not a single wrestler. There isn't a single bad story about him. It's like one of the more lighthearted episodes of Dark Side of the Ring. And I just thought it was nice to John Tenta finally got his fucking props for not only just being one of the best big men of that time period, but just also just being a good fucking human being outside of the wrestling ring, which you don't get very often, especially with these guys from that era. And I love the him and Typhoon, just like them Typhoon talking about how everybody was out partying and they would just kind of go eat and just talk about the weird shit they saw on the road. And there's two like gentle giants walking around. I love that image in my head.
Natural Disasters had a good run, but I don't quite get how it didn't go much longer. You had two giant athletic dudes.
You kind of got why it didn't go longer. Earthquake was a little impatient, and he kind of saw he saw that other people were being pushed at the time, so he thought, maybe I need to go elsewhere. In hindsight,
putting people over.
Yeah, but in hindsight, if he would have stayed, both him and Typhoon probably would have been able to be a tag team well into the 90s. But it is unfortunate that, he went the route he did, because, then by the time he got back to WWE in the 90s, they just fucking, punished him for leaving in the first place, because that's the type of bullshit games that they fucking do. And it's just sad.
It was over.
Yeah, but like also when you're this, I can get it too. When you're fucking this badass that has been a wrestler his whole fucking life, and then now you got to come out with a Cartman doll and a fucking shitty lucha mask, looking like an out of shape douchebag. Like, I mean, I wouldn't have fun with that fucking gimmick either. It's just unfortunate. And the thing that made me really sad was hearing about his wrestling school not even being able to like stand a year. Like, that's just such a disappointment for somebody that was so influential and probably could have taught a lot of people a ton. I feel like if that type of thing happened nowadays, like that school would be probably booming, but it was just probably the time period it was at. Hard to get into business. Hard to get in the business in the late 90s, early 2000s, bro.
Oh, yeah. No, totally different. You have so many options now. One thing I liked about this episode is it's also kind of a side episode on the Shockmaster as well, or Uncle Fred, or whatever name you know him as. I laughed my ass off just watching Haku.
Oh my god,
that clip, like the scariest human being in the world, and just that like hearty laugh, just
dude. Haku looks like that fucking cool ass uncle that you have at the barbecue, and he always had a beer in his hand, but you never fuck with him because like he'd be the first person to rip your nose off.
Oh man, like just him, like he never saw it before, and
dude, you know how wild it is that Schlack had a match with Haku?
Right.
Like, that is fucking insane.
Yeah. I need to somehow see that match.
Bray Wyatt's coming in, sorry. It's an ICW match.
Yeah, it's on IWTV. I actually watched that not too long ago.
Two of the scariest human beings.
They just punch each other in the face a ton.
Is your face censored?
I'm trying to get my other fucking camera working.
Getting the mask on. Yeah, no, I mean, this is a different change of pace because, I mean, obviously it's tragic that he died. Pretty heartbreaking. You can see kids loved him. The wife still loves him.
Yeah, his wife saying like, "I'll only love him ever." Like that just that fucking broke my heart, man. Dude, also 6'7", fucking 425 pounds, fucking 4'11" or 4'9". What the fuck?
She has a very durable vagina. Very durable.
Dude, like,
you think he ever, because I mean, every wrestler has to have done bedroom play in character. Do you think he ever just got up on the bed and just started like bouncing her up in the air before he like just dropped?
Dude, he was probably just doing it with his belly, fucking bouncing her up and down his dick.
Yeah, that's
and then when they're done, she's like 2.4. No, she gives him earthquake rankings.
He just runs from one side of the room and then just
runs from one side of the room, and she's just sitting there with her mouth open. He does the earthquake splash right into her. God, I really hope none of his fucking family watches this episode.
Yeah, remember we're not on Patreon. Yeah. I know your goal in the next episode. You want a repeat of a previous episode, but
Yeah, I mean, I think the second episode we're going to talk about more because very different people. But yeah, it kind of sucked. I mean, you really, when you look at it, how short his career was, and just WCW, who just misused so many people or didn't use them at all. The whole shark thing. Although I still remember the I'm not a shark, I'm a man promo.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how they didn't give him something a little bit more to work with after that, because I mean, in ring, I don't think he ever fell apart. I mean, you can make fun of Golga, but he could still work. Like, his career wasn't over at that point. He was still.
He had to be pissed at Boss Man too. It's like, that motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Another era guy that got repackaged, but got to see his face.
Bossman was one that kind of he knew when to jump back and forth. So sad episode, but at the same time, kind of happy. The one thing I didn't like, and I feel like they're going to start peppering this in a little bit more, because it's just a comment at the end, but the no flowers from Vince comment, like just nothing, like he didn't even acknowledge it. And
that's bullshit.
I think there's going to be a lot more anti-Vince slowly appearing in this show when it makes sense.
Well, sure. It's not even that it just makes sense. People are more apt to talk now.
Yeah.
Because that could have been a comment they wouldn't have said a year ago.
Oh, I can't wait for that episode. Holy shit.
Well, the story's not done yet, so.
That's true. That's true, but I don't think you can wait that long. Just say part 1 to be continued. Just do it. But
they've said before that they wait. The Tammy and Sunny one was odd because Sunny's story wasn't done, but it was really a Candido. So, but yeah, honestly, maybe they'll do a special like they did with, who did they do that for? They did one for someone, China.
Yeah,
there's been a couple Vice ones. Vice did that Vince one too.
There is an amazing movie, docu-series to come for Vince. Like,
right after the Benoit, Dan.
Can you imagine the reenactors, just that silhouette of him crouching down and taking a dump on?
Okay, that I want to see. I love a good reenacting.
Yeah, just
get back on track, Dan.
Yeah, back on track. I don't have a lot else to truthfully say about this. I mean, the karaoke stuff, the love that he and his wife had, heartwarming episode, and I don't mind something a little different. It's a nice change of pace, not the typical like then he discovered drugs and then he died kind of ending to this. So R.I.P. John Tenta.
Oh yeah, there's a comment right there. JG says, I hear they're doing Black Sunday episode this season. Vince is gonna get shit on hard. Yeah, that is true. That will be a pretty shitty Vince episode, pun intended.
All right, so that is the earthquake episode.
Definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you're a fan of his. I mean, honestly, nothing in this episode was any new information for me, but there hasn't been anything that documented how good of a person he is out there. So I'm glad that we finally got that.
And just for the gift of Haku seeing Shockmaster.
Yeah, dude, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's already fucking gonna be gold and meme worthy.
Yeah. All right. What do we have up next, Dan?
All right, up next we have
Buff and his Bagwells.
Dark Side of the Ring, Buff and the Bagwells.
All right, I see your thing now, Dan. Go.
All right, talk a minute. Be right back.
Yeah. Well, you should have just said that. Jeez, Dan had a BRB. I don't know what's going on.
So the Dick Dancer turned wrestler. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to be straight up with you. I have never liked fucking Buff Bagwell as far as a worker. As a human being, I've heard nothing but fucking shitty things about this guy, and now learning how he's brought up kind of makes a fucking bunch of sense. He's basically a spoiled fucking brat, got his family went bankrupt because fucking his dad treated him like spoiled fucking brats. He fucking fell into fucking wrestling and then just, became a fucking scam artist on top of fucking just taking no account. Like, I really, like, outside of him saying he could have killed somebody in that last car accident, he didn't take any accountability for any of the fucking shit that he fucking did. Like, at this point, what's the fucking excuse of saying, well, I didn't have sex with her, I just fucking, gyrated my hips a little, I wasn't even hard. Like, come on now. It's this fucking long. You can't even admit it, cheating on your wife. You're kind of a fucking pussy, bro. And just, I've heard a bunch of shit about Buff Bagwell as far as like the indie circuit. A couple of years ago, he ripped off a bunch of fucking fans on like t-shirts and merchandise and a bunch of shit like that. And I just think he's a scummy piece of shit. And everything in this fucking documentary, like, basically reaffirmed my opinion of him. I'm glad he's doing better now. Hopefully he's a better person than he used to be. But the fact that he ripped off all those fucking fans and just, I don't like fucking rich, snobby motherfuckers getting into wrestling fucking because they just need to make a quick buck. I feel like
how did he rip them off? Like, what did he do?
What, with fans? Like, fucking not sending out merch and shit like that, taking money. This happened a few years ago.
Okay.
It was around the time of his last car accident.
Okay, so it was like a GoFundMe thing that he just.
I don't know if it was a GoFundMe or what the specifics are. I have to go back and look, but he definitely ripped off some fucking people with money. And again, looking in the history of fucking wrestling, Buff Bagwell doesn't even like come to mind unless you have to bring up his fucking name. He hasn't done anything notable for me. I don't like him as a fucking person, as far as from what I know. I've never met the guy, but not a fan.
I have a more complicated history as far as following his stuff. His early stuff, like the babyface beginnings when he was teaming with Too Cold Scorpio, the American Males run, probably the most obnoxious theme song in all of wrestling at the time, but a very good tag team. I will give them that. He was a very different kind of worker before the Rick Steiner injury. I don't want to say he wasn't trying at the end of WCW, but he wasn't the same. Even though once he obviously developed the character that made him all his money, in ring he wasn't quite the same. I really enjoyed the American Males, but very different time.
Fucking theme song.
Solid matches, though. I mean, they were good. So I did enjoy him at that point. By the end of WCW, he was one of those guys who I hate to say somebody that obviously is physically has gone through a lot isn't trying, but I don't know if he was putting in the best effort. He was kind of knew the right people, and there was a lot of that going on at WCW at that time. But this episode is amazing. I mean, that story about his dad losing a poker hand and then like taking a machine gun and just killing a bunch of fucking geese.
Well, or the shootout, or the fucking him having to shoot his dad. Like,
that. All I know is Buff's getting a lot cooler when he's popping caps and pops. Did some great titty flicks with Andy Sedaris. I don't know. Sorry, fans, who got ripped off.
The way he describes that is just like, you little shit gonna pull a gun on me. And he's like, I saw him walking towards the fridge and I knew what that meant.
Or how about his, also, just outside of everything I said about Buff Bagwell, the fact his mother shaved his fucking balls, I don't like this motherfucker. That's like, I don't see a problem. That's some Alabama bullshit, brother.
Yeah, but no, you got to set that scene. Mark Slick Johnson, WCW staple, walks in. He's bent over, so balls and asshole.
Yeah, and the mom has his cock in hand,
and his mom is holding the beans and just shaving his fucking like probably his asshole too. Maybe that was
No,
already done.
he said that she had his cock pulled down. So apparently she was shaving like above. But he's still bent over. Maybe she was trying to fuck. Oh my god, I can't even.
I'm
just giving up a gobbler.
I will deal with the hairy fucking nutsack at that point if I have to. If there is nobody else to do it, if I can't go into a fucking place to get that done, I'll have a hairy fucking sack.
If my fat ass can shave my fucking nuts, he can too. God damn it.
Just lazy. That's privilege. That's white privilege.
Yeah,
Mom, come shave my balls.
That's mom fucking. He probably had his mother massage his fucking balls while he jerked off too.
Yeah, I mean, can we say there's at least a better than 50% shot that he was fucking her?
I don't think it. I'm not gonna go that far, Dan.
I don't know. I don't know, but all I know is your mother handling your fucking junk when you're a man is fucking really, really disturbing.
Can you imagine old Slick? Like he just like walks in and just like, I mean, I'm just like slowly backing out the door and I'm never coming in.
Dude, that's the real reason why the dad pulled the gun on the mom. He found out she was fucking him.
Her answer was, well, he's the stuff.
American mess.
I mean,
these allegations are for humor. Don't.
Yeah.
Take the knives from Buff.
Oh man. I mean, I will say, impressive the women that he married over the years. Respect for that. I don't quite know why they all still look upon him fondly.
Yeah, neither do I.
Because some women like to fix damaged men.
Women are yeah. I don't know why they're like agreeing to be on this, and it's like, and then he went on this is proof that he's a dumbass though. So he goes on a show called Gigolos. This guy's already in the entertainment industry, and he thought that they were bringing him on cable to actually fuck the women. Like his whole thing, I couldn't get my dick hard, so I pulled her in real close to make it look. And it's like, of course you're not fucking her, you dumbass.
No, but then afterwards, he didn't he admit to fucking him because like he said that he fucked his agent. Yeah,
he became an actual gigolo and went on a thing, and yeah, he left the one wife for probably some sugar mama that got sick of his shit pretty fast. But
so he was doing it, but like not on the actual. I know it's weird on the actual show Gigolos. It was a reality show, they fave everything. It's pro wrestling. So and then he started shooting.
There was some wrestler, I think it's New Jack, I don't want to say for sure, but I'm pretty sure it was when he said like that he wasn't actually having sex with anybody when he was a gigolo. I thought it was hilarious. I'm pretty sure it was New Jack who said like, Buff, don't bullshit, there's no man whores that are just fucking women.
Yeah. No shit.
So yeah, that whole thing was crazy. I never watched Gigolos, so I don't know if he was on it. Like I couldn't tell.
You're a Cat House guy. That was the competition.
Patreon watch along soon.
How many episodes was he on? I don't want to watch a whole goddamn
dude.
series.
You know what? We need to bring back fucking like watching obscure shit on Patreon. Remember when we did the Juiced episodes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, we need to find some other. We should just find bum fights and just watch.
I know. I got a bunch of weird stuff that I've been collecting off. Like, yeah, I got some other weird stuff.
You think towards the
I'm
end
not juice
there,
level, but
you think towards the end there, he just like went over to mom's house, like, Mom, I gotta fuck someone from your bridge club. Can you shave my balls real quick?
Dude, she probably fluffed him.
She was just powdering the balls, just like, I want to make sure you smell nice for Susie.
JG Michael said, I will subscribe to Patreon now that I know you did Juice. It is way the fuck back there, but it is there. You should be able to just search it, right?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I normally don't use it from the user end side.
Yeah, I'm going to look right now, actually.
You be careful with Susie. She's got the arthritis now, so be gentle.
So, like, there was no discussion of any of the rumors about his mom getting passed around. None of that. Although Buff did mention how much the Steiners liked her, so
yeah, who knows? Said Rick Steiner did love his mom.
Yeah. I wonder if she three-wayed with Chucky.
Jesus Christ.
So
who's next? Sandman?
Sandman, I believe, is next.
Okay, how did they not talk about the Jim Ross call? It's like one of the most famous stories about Buff and his mother.
Yeah.
What are you referring to?
Oh, well, for those who don't know, the story is when he was supposed to, was it for the Raw after the big fucking shit match? I can't remember if it was the Raw after.
It was before. I may have the details mixed up, but yeah.
Well, basically, he had his mom call in sick for him to JR. And JR told, well, he's the man, he can call me.
Yeah, like Miss Bagwell, get your son on the phone again. Like, it's no mystery why he did that. And I don't think it had anything to do with the mediocre match. That didn't have anything to do with it.
Well, no, it probably had to do with him smacking fucking Shane Helms.
Right.
I've heard different versions of that too, because like he's making it that it was just the water bottle. I heard Shane beat the piss out of him, but wrestling fight stories always change.
JG Michael said he denies the JR story, but after hearing the my mom shaves my balls story, I totally believe Jim Ross now. Me too. Right. And both of those things are fucking weird and some pussy ass shit.
It is interesting that like he never got another, like he was done after that.
Who was the one that said that his dick was small too? There's somebody made.
That was Scorpio.
Scorpio, yeah.
Like,
I mean, come on, Scorpio. With anybody, fucking not everybody has an elephant trunk hanging. Right, I know. Fucking legs.
Coming from Scorpio, you never know where that falls.
I thought Scorpio is funny. More Scorpio is always a good thing for these shows because he was really the Korea episode.
I love Scorpio, but have you seen him fucking? Did you ever see him kill Alley Cat?
No.
Oh my god, bro! He hit that fucking moonsault leg drop and fucking busted her shit so bad. I've seen him kill some motherfuckers on some of the dives that he does. Not the safest work, but very innovative and fucking awesome. And a great interview.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pull that up. Maybe we'll show it on Patreon. I'll have to pull it up, dude. It's disgusting. Her fucking face splats all over the fucking mat.
Yeah, I love Scorpio.
Too Cold Scorpio Sabu, dude. Some underrated shit right there.
Just really anything he did, and that early WCW stuff as well. He was never used properly. Flash Funk was cool for the time. Not a bad gimmick at all. But yeah, at least this ended on a positive note, irregardless of feelings of Buff Bagwell. My stories with them were just brief interactions, one at a convention and a couple indie shows, and it was all fine. It was all fine. I think I can't remember exactly what he said. He did make like some funny comment, like about some rat. that was pretty humorous. It's like I want to see her later.
Did you get your Day of the Warrior autographed when you met Buff?
No. And that will happen if I ever get a chance to meet Buff again.
What did you get autographed?
I didn't get anything autographed. This was just a show I was helping out.
Oh, okay. I thought you were at a convention. That's why.
No. I was just across the table in between helping with shit for him, his merch table. I wasn't helping him, but yeah, he just made a couple comments. Seemed like a cool guy. Like, I don't have anything bad on my end to say about him. Just, but definitely believed his own hype. You could just see that.
Oh yeah, he was an entitled douche. I hope he's doing better now. But yeah, the way he was brought up, I'm sure it's always going to be him. So
I just like that southern side of it, though. Is like, it's like, you gonna shoot me, son? It's like, well, I'd rather not, Pop. Oh man,
is he in your neck of the woods, Dan?
Is who?
Isn't Buff out in your neck of the woods?
Probably everybody like from that era lives in Georgia. I'm convinced that I go to the same gym as the Gambler, for anybody that remembers him, but I'm not 100% sure.
Are you gonna ask him?
It's hard, because
just walk by and just be like, when to fold them.
Very awkward if you're wrong, or at the end, like he's leaving the gym. Hey kid,
well,
and he just like throws the cards.
It's better than saying you know when to hold them. I'm just saying.
So anyways, yeah, 2 very entertaining episodes. Sandman should be fun. I hope. It's tough. It's tough when you tackle the ECW guys, because now it just feels like there's a lot of stories that you can't really get away with telling. So
you can tell them. The problem is it's going to make people look bad now in 2024.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people after the Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah, they found that out after that.
There's a lot that I don't think Jim Ross will talk to him anymore. I believe he's one. Flair's one that won't deal with them anymore. I still like the look in Tommy Dreamer's face when he was talking about the helicopter. He was beaming with his childhood hero. That was funny shit. So yeah, we'll be back with the Sandman episode, and we've got a lot of great Squared Circle Society content coming your way. Of course, it's WrestleMania season. We'll have more XPW. We'll have some UEW content for you as well. And on that note, patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures. It all starts at just $1 if you want to go over there and hang out with us in just a few minutes. We will watch Kruger destroy some people, and who knows, maybe we will see Kruger versus Bagwell down the line.
No, we won't. I'm not taking that booking. Unless it's like a shoot MMA fight. I'll take it.
Well, there goes that match.
Yeah. Damn.
Dream match crossed out.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got. So, Dan, take us out of here.
All right. Be sure to shave your balls on your own and come again hard.
Preferably not while shaving your balls, Kruger.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.